How's it going, YouTube? Only here, aka Julian Casas, and today we're going to be taking a look at the SH Figuarts Zamasu Patara, or the Zamasu Fused, or Zamasu Corrupt. It's basically two characters in one. I have been so excited to wanting to review this figure for you guys. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get on with this. So, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and be sure to let me know what figure I should do next for the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the box art, the front and back of the box. Then we're going to take a look at inside of all the accessories. Then we look at the scale, paint details, and articulation. And then I'll lastly go over my overall thoughts and opinions of the figure. So let's go ahead and take a look at the box. So on the box, we have the little Bandai Figuart somewhat logo. I forgot what this is called. We have Dragon Ball Super. This is from Dragon Ball Super in the Future Trunks arc. Into Machinations logo, Bandai Funimation. The Toei Animation logo, and we have the QC seal of approval right here. In front of the box, you see that it's Corrupt Zamasu, but of course you can see that it can be either or, the normal fusion or the corrupt one, so we have a lot to cover in this one. Flip the side of the box right here, you see it says SH Figuarts Zamasu Patara right there. You can see the figure standing right here with his glorious halo. To the side of the box, we have a side panel of his arm right here. We have him looking pretty angry right here, menacing right here. And, of course, on the side, we have his big purple arm with the time ring. The back of the box, as you can see, I paid $100 at a resale, like a antique figure store. It was pretty cool. It was a cool action figure store where I picked this guy up. It's a place called, I'm trying to think of the name. Misfit Toys in downtown Houston. That's the name of the place. It was at a convention that I went to not too long ago, and this guy was here. $100, not a bad price in my opinion. So anyway, the back of the box, you have Zamasu Patara right here. As you can see, you have him with his halo floating right here. Then we have him zoomed in from the, not zoomed in, but like the full scale of the front box art right here of him with his big purple arm right here, all corrupted. Then we have normal Halo Patara fusion, and then we have this Zamasu right here. Then we have the Zamasu fighting off Blue Goku, and then him doing, I believe, the Lightning of Absolution attack. So that's pretty cool. So that's it for the box art. We're gonna go ahead and crack this guy open, show off his accessories, and then we'll go ahead and continue with the review. So here he is outside of the package with all his accessories laid out before you, and right here with the figure out on his own. And I gotta say, it is missing a couple of accessories that I would have liked, but hey, I mean, you're pretty much getting two figures in one and with this bundle and price. So going over the accessories, let's go ahead and point out the obvious. We have this big purple arm for Fusion Corrupt Zamasu, which is really, really cool. It has that nice glossy, not matte finish. And while I'm here, I can go ahead and go over the articulation with this guy. So we have a bicep swivel right here. We have this little peg joint that can go up and down right here. Double jointed elbow. And then we have a ball peg at the wrist. And, of course, it only comes with this hand. Would have been nice if we had, like, the open palm hand, but he does that one blast to Vegito. But we only have the one fist hand for this Corrupt Zamasu form. He also comes with this halo for the back that I will plug in a little bit, just showing you what he comes. So it has like this little stand right here, and you just plug that to the back, which I'll show you right now. Just grab that, and it should just plug in like so. On the back, you take the bottom part, top part, there you go, it's plugged in. Now it is a little harder for him to stand with the halo, because I guess the back weight of it's majority on the upper level, so it's hard for him to stand. So it's kind of hard to capture him with the halo. There you go. You can see the halo all right there. There you go. That's pretty much what it looks like. So now that we have the halo attached, we can go ahead and take a look at the other accessories. So he does come with two pairs of hands, and then 3 unique hands for, I believe it's 1 for the left-hand side, and 2 for the right-hand side. So we have these open hand palms like this. So when he's like standing and he's doing that, you know, looking all divine and shit. Having his hands like that, pretty much, yeah. Then we have this little cool one-hand thing. I think this is when he's like stopping Trunks from attacking. It's pretty cool. We have this cool little technique hand with the time ring. Look at the detail of the time ring, by the way. The time ring looks pretty decent. It's kind of hard to see it on here. But they really paid attention to detail when it came to the time ring. Kind of hard to see it. Then we have him doing like a little finger blast. Of course, it could be like Masenko or instant transmission or solar flare type hand, but it's him doing like the one hand shot right there. So that's pretty cool. And for faceplates, you do get two normal fusion Zamasu faceplates, and then you get two of the corrupted ones. And then, of course, you have this unique neck piece. So when you want to switch to corrupt, you take a little neck bit off that's all green, and then you just add this, and then you have one's matte, one's glossy, which is pretty cool. I like that. Now, for the normal faceplates, you have like this angry, stern face right here. Pretty angry, grinning face right here. Nice. I like the detail with the Patara earrings too. The nice greens. Looks really good. And then on normal Zamasu, he has like this normal smiling looking face. Just looking normal. Oh, his neck is crooked. There you go. Now, lastly, we have the corrupt Zamasu faceplates. We have this like a insane smiling face. I almost lost my train of thought. I couldn't tell what to say for that, but yeah. He has like this insane looking face right here, like he's crazy type smiling. And then we have another one where he's like yelling angrily, so that looks really, really good. The details on it is pretty good. I like that. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and get these accessories out the way, then we'll go ahead and get the scale, paint details, and then articulation, and all that good stuff. Alright, now that we got that out the way, we can go ahead and get to scale. So this is how tall he is at the top of his hair and then at the top of his halo. So let's go ahead and take a look. Alright, to the top of his hair, he's looking to be roughly a little over 6 inches. And then to the top of his halo, he's looking shy of just 9 inches tall. In centimeters, that's going to be just shy of a little over 15 centimeters and just about 22.5 centimeters at the top of his halo. So looks pretty good. So here we have Zamasu next to Luke Skywalker from the Book of Boba Fett Black Series. Awesome. Here he is next to Darth Maul. Can't have one villain without another villain. Looks pretty good. Here we have the Boba Fett. Scales up pretty good. And then lastly, it's been a while since I put him on the channel. Here is General Grievous. And with that halo, he does surpass him in height, but then again, he is crunched over, but I feel like if I extend his knees, Zamasu would still be taller because of the halo. So that's pretty cool. Now we can go ahead and take a look at the paint and details, and overall it looks pretty basic at first. You know, it's all this matte black with matte gray, reds, all that good stuff. His skin is all just a matte green. But his boots and his hair looks to have most of the shading going on. So his boots, you know, it's not like a full white. It has some shading of black right here. Looks pretty good. It has like a nice shadow tint, but it could be just the light. But his hair, really good paint apps and shading. There you go. What if I put the light right there? There we go. As you can see, you have some shading going on right here, some shading going on right there. We can move this out the way. Back of the head, you got some shading going on all around the hair. So that's where all the shading is going to be at. And then, of course, the earrings, that nice fine gold with green right there, that emerald green, looks really good. All right, now with all that out the way, we're going to go ahead and take a look at articulation with the figure. So starting first, of course, you know, the pretty obvious one was this halo that I was able to move it around. So it has this hinge in the back. I don't know if you guys can see that. That hinge right there, it can go up and down like so. And then since it's pegged in, it can go all the way around like that. But when are you ever going to need to do that? When it just stays stuck like this throughout the entire show or manga. It never moves. It's just like this the entire time. But I'm going to take it off for right now for the rest of the articulation. So I'm just going to take that off right there. Just easy unpegs right there. So I'll move that out of the way. Alright, now for this right here, it looks pretty good. We have a double ball peg at the neck. Looks really smooth and good. We have a bicep swivel at the arm. These little shoulder pads are articulated that are pegged into the upper shoulder and the back. That is pegged in right there. We have a double jointed elbow at the arms for both arms. Then we have a ball peg at the wrists right here. We don't have much ab crunch. Of course, there's two sections right here. So we have this right here, which is going to block off that ab crunch by this right here. But he can go back pretty darn well before. Oh, it's a good thing I paused right there. My bad, guys. My entire camera just fell. Anyway, yeah, so he can go all the way back pretty darn good. But this would pop off if you still have it on there. So it can go back pretty good, but he cannot crunch much very forward. When it comes to this right here, this isn't really articulated. It's just like floating pieces that are being held by the joint that's sticking in, so it can help maneuver with the legs. So speaking of which, the legs, I believe it's a 2.0 body legs, and they are 2.0 legs. So you can kick out pretty darn good. So yeah, he can kick out pretty good. He can kick forward pretty decently, just about like that. And of course, since this back piece right here, it can't really kick back pretty well. When it comes to knees, it is a double jointed knee as well for both knees. We got a ball peg at the ankle. It has really good ankle rocker towards the inner part of the foot, but when you want to go out, not so great. He can't really kick back much, and he can't really kick forward much because of the boot cut. And then, of course, he has a toe hinge at the toe, looking well over 20 points of articulation. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is show you guys what he looks like with the corrupt form. So I'm going to have to take this arm off, and then I'm going to have to take this head off. Well, not really the head, just so I can get to the neck and then put the faceplate on. So I'll go ahead and show you what that looks like right now. So here he is with the corrupt Zamasu state, and I gotta say, he's looking pretty good. The only downside is he's a bit small, in my opinion. Like, for corrupt Zamasu, he's a lot bigger. Like, I would say he's probably, like, about that tall, you know, and then he's a bit wider, but, you know, beggars cannot be choosers when wanting a Zamasu figure for so long, you know. But yeah, you know, I feel like it was a cheap cut for SH Figuarts for them to be like, instead of having to make two different figures, let's go ahead and put two characters into one. I mean, technically it's the same character, but it's two different forms. I mean, if they were going to do this, you know, imagine what they could have done with Goku's. They know the Goku's are going to sell like crazy. Because, you know, you have base Goku, then you have Super Saiyan Goku, Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan 4, you know. You could have just kept one body, just switch the heads for the Super Saiyan forms, you know, with Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan 2, 3, you know. It's just one body, and it's just interchangeable heads, you know. If they're going to do that, you know, with the Zamasu, why couldn't they do that with all the other Gokus, you know? Just cash grab at this point. But again, you know, I'm a sucker for Dragon Ball. I'm going to buy it, you know, regardless. So, in my opinion, it does look good. You know, this corrupt Zamasu does look really great. You can put him in an awesome pose. Like when he's doing that punch with Vegito. You can do that awesome little going in punch. Looks really good, you know? But, again, in my opinion, they should have, you know, instead of making it into a 2-in-1 figure type thing, they should have, you know, made normal Fusion Zamasu, which looked perfect. It was great. And then make a separate corrupt Zamasu, just bigger, you know, just scale them bigger, same purple arm, plug it in, you know. It would have been better. Would it be cheaper? I'm not sure, because he would have had different hands for sure, you know. Instead of just one balled up fist, he could have had like a hand doing this, at least, and then have different faces. Other than that, that's all you probably would get, you know, different hands here, and then at least two hands here, and then like four different hands here, and then have like 4 different faceplates. One of him crying, one of him doing this face, the other face that I showed, and then one like really yelling and angry, you know, something like that. But again, this figure is pretty solid. I do like this figure, really, really great. I like this corrupt Zamasu a lot. But if I had to choose, I would probably stick with the normal base Zamasu. It looks a lot better, looks more accurate. Hopefully, SH Figuarts in the future can release another Zamasu, at least a corrupt one that's bigger. Because at the end of the day, if you want both forms, you would have to pick up 2 of these guys. So it would be one corrupted and then another one that's Fusion Zamasu, like the normal Potara one, and then one being corrupt, you know. But if I had to rate it, the corrupt one, I would have to say it would be a 6 out of 10, only because the scale is way off if you want to be corrupt Zamasu. It's completely off. He has to be a lot bigger. I would have to say he has to be like, you see this piggy bank of Boba Fett? He would have to be up to like right here, maybe, if he's going to be corrupt Zamasu. You know? He's a lot bigger than normal fusion Zamasu. But when it comes to the fusion Zamasu, it's damn near perfect. You know, it's pretty good. I would give it a 9 out of 10, only because I feel like they should do a lot more shading and detail to the gi. At least, like, add some, like, to the wrinkles, some shading, you know, here and there. Other than that, it's a pretty great figure. Also, be careful when doing this neck bit, because it does have a tab for you to put, like, a finger right here. But you got to wiggle it out, so you don't want to be sure you break the peg. So that's good. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I know I cut right there, but I didn't want y'all to see through me struggling with the neck, because it is pretty hard to get that neck out to interchange it. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys liked and enjoyed this video. I enjoyed this figure very much. I love Zamasu from the Future Trunks arc on Dragon Ball Super. What a great antagonist and villain. Something different and refreshing, I guess. Was the Future arc necessary? Not really. I mean, we already did our Trunks with Z, but hey, more to the story, I guess, you know. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know down below which figure I should do next of the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Z, Super, and GT series next for the channel. This has been Only signing out. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.